Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well this summer. I've got a combined number of clips of percussives I wanted to play for you, but I wanted to talk about something that I've talked about before. I'm sure a lot of you have heard me mention the fact that when our possible target subjects have located my recording units, they tend to throw stuff at it, knock on trees, power strike near it. This is something that has happened in virtually every area that I've done any kind of long-term project on. It was happening back in 2015 when I first started um, in Area X1. Now I want to be very clear about something. I do not believe they understand or know what the recorders are. I believe they just see it as a human object. I believe that on occasion they probably watch me service it or watch me place it, and they're just acknowledging that there's a human thing right here. I believe they probably do it with game cameras when they find game cameras as well. I think the power strikes specifically are an acknowledgement of humans and human presence in an area that they frequent. It's a warning to the others. That's my opinion. I just wanted to preface that because I have noticed what happens in areas, especially the nest area. I've gotten some close kind of vocalizations, but I've never gotten really up close vocalizations. And once I start getting this power knocking around the recorders, or things, obviously objects being thrown at the recorder, objects hitting the tree the recorder's on, or trees by the recorder and hitting the ground, they don't vocalize. They go into stealth mode. And once again, it's not because they know the recorder's recording them. They're just seeing a human object. Whether they can sense the EMF off it, I don't know. But they're going into stealth mode when they're encountering the recorders. And I absolutely believe they're doing the same thing with game cameras when they encounter game cameras. So, that being said, I am excited to announce what we've been doing. This year, my main focus was to locate areas outside of the Nest Ravine that has activity in it. Basically, I want to know where they are when they're not in the Nest Ravine. I want to track them. That's always been a goal. We did an intensive study of the Nest Ravine, and we established that they are there on a regular basis, on a regular schedule. So now that we've established that, we want to know where are they when they're not there. And so this year I started off in February placing multiple recording units outside the Nest Ravine using maps and looking at likely terrain that we hypothesize that they're probably traveling, and also experiences we've had ourselves in other areas outside the Nest Ravine. And I've had success in tracking some of their movements, but um, what I really wanted was to find an area that was far enough away from the Nest Ravine that I'm not recording them also with the SM4, because I'm leaving one SM4 monitoring the Nest Ravine. That I want to get it wanted to get an area that's definitely farther out, and the ultimate goal is to record them in this other area, and then a day or two later record them in the Nest Ravine. Get an idea of their movements. That's the whole goal. And I've successfully done that. I'm very excited. We've got an area that's 3 miles away, and we've had we've had very good results from it. I've gotten vocalizations out of it, but of course, as always, they located my LTR. I had an LTR in there for the last 2 months, and we just actually this weekend replaced it with another SM4. But they started power striking by it at the end of June, which basically tells me they located it. I've gotten some other very interesting percussives by it. You'll notice there's two clips here where it's not a power strike, but it's a very interesting percussive, and we have some ideas of what those might be. The last clip was actually recorded this last weekend by my SM4 Mini. I had the sensitivity turned down a bit because I had it just outside our camp. And basically, we were camped out about 300 to 400 yards away from this recording site. And sure enough, someone came in about an hour after Shane and Rebecca and I went to bed and did a power strike outside of camp, announcing, yep, they're here. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip now. Enjoy. So there you have it. A bunch of percussive sounds. They're all purposely done strikes, and they are very important because I've stated it before. More than 60% of the suspect communication that we've recorded over the last 4 years now is in percussives. I do not believe our target subjects vocalize as often as some people believe. And I do believe when they feel there's a human presence around, they go into stealth mode and they're using percussives to communicate. Now, you have exceptions to the rule. When people show up in a place where they possibly feel more aggressive about, you'll get vocalizations. But generally speaking, most of their communication is done through percussives. I'll play it one more time and then I'll catch you on the next one.